From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Rams. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A first carry now. This is Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the draw, here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to throw is Mahomes. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 7. In motion left comes Brown. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Mahomes to throw once more. Open man has got it, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. In motion left goes Smith.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 32 yards.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Kyren Williams
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. At the 45-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Mahomes will do it himself, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Byron Young. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And it'll find the open man. That's complete. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 4 yards. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 6. Motion left, Smith.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young
picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Got a man, it's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes. And he's got it.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and run forward Barkley. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Bigsby is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 3rd and goal. This LA Rams defense will try to bow up once more. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jamar Chase.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Rams 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Mahomes. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 14.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.